Hey everybody, it's Kaylee. I am back with another thrift haul. This one is from Ohio Thrift. I went on their 50% off day, so everything in this haul was 50% off. I love going on sale days to get items for cheaper, and typically this thrift store has pretty good quality items. So it's a win-win for me. If you're interested in seeing what I got at Ohio Thrift to resell online on eBay and Poshmark, then just stay tuned. So I have a lot here. I'm gonna try to really speed up and go through. I'll try and remember to tell you how much I paid for the item, and then also if I can remember how much I expect to sell it for. But there are a lot of items here, so I may not remember all of the comps that I did. First one is by Lucky Brand. This is a men's jacket. I believe it's a size medium. They had this for $20 on the tag, so I got it for $10. It is paying up a little bit for the item, but I saw that these are selling consistently on eBay, so it should be a quick flip for me. I like the style of the jacket. It's modern. I'm probably going to put trucker in the title because it's got that style, bring more buyers' attention to it. So I paid $10. I'm thinking I'm going to sell it for around the $45 mark, but we'll see how it goes. Next are these pair of J. Crew jeans. I saw this back tag. I was flipping through the racks. This is a style 770, so I did look up that style on eBay, and it was doing all right. I picked these ones up mainly because they are distressed, which seem to be more desirable than the other ones. And I paid $6.50 for this. And I am thinking I'm probably going to sell it around $30, maybe $35 on those jeans. We'll see. Did find some activewear, which if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that I've been trying to pick up more activewear as we roll into spring, and for the new year, a lot of people are looking on both platforms, eBay and Poshmark, for gym clothing. A lot of people like to buy it used because they're just going to sweat in it. So I like to pick up activewear around this time of year. So I really focus heavy on those areas. And typically I do find a few pieces. So this one is by Adidas. This is a men's size large, and it is a quarter zip pullover sweatshirt. It's like this heathered blue, like cobalt blue. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again in case it's your first time watching this. I like to pick up Nike and Under Armour activewear, but I only pick it up if it's got branding going on. So I always make sure that Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, I make sure that they have some kind of branding logo on the front of them because that's what people are looking for. So this one's got the Adidas on the front. If it didn't have that, I probably wouldn't pick it up, because these are what is selling right now. So I paid $5 for this. I'm gonna sell it between $25 and $30. I picked this up just to see how it does. I come across these a lot, but I don't pick them up because when I look at comps on eBay, there's not a huge sell-through rate. But I picked this one up because it's not the typical colors that I find of these. I don't even know what to call this. Everyone's calling it a hippie hoodie on eBay. But this one has a way more unique color scheme to it, so that's why I picked it up. And this is called Molina, Oaxaca. So I did look that up, and I saw like ones made by the same person, but they weren't this color. So I'm just gonna see how it does. I've always wanted to try selling them. So I only paid $4 for this. And I think I'm going to put it up for $35 and just see how it does. Some more activewear. This is by Adidas. This is a men's size extra large. And you can see it's just a men's sweatpants. They're not tapered or anything. They're just like a straight leg, maybe boot cut. And they do have branding, so again, we talked about before. So they've got the branding here. I always check up close to make sure that there isn't cracking or anything going on with the logo. It's got pockets, and it also has the classic Adidas black with the white stripes on the side. So because of those factors, this should sell very quickly. I paid $4.50 for these, and I'm thinking between $25 and $30 for these. Another Adidas piece. This one is a men's size small. I paid $4.50, and this is just a men's textured hoodie. Big spell out, of course, so I knew it would do well. There isn't any cracking or anything going on. And if you kind of look at the pattern here, I don't know what I'm going to call this. It's like a textured pattern. I guess I could call it heathered, but I'm going to see if I can look up any style numbers. The only downside to this is it doesn't have the drawstring to pull through, but I didn't think that that mattered. I've sold hoodies before that didn't have that. I don't find that a lot of people pull on those and use those anymore. And then it's just pretty plain on the back. Feels like quality. Again, I paid $4.50. Is that what I paid? Yeah, I paid $4.50. And I think I'm going to sell this one for around $30. I was so happy to find all this activewear. If you guys watch my videos, you'll know I haven't been finding as much as I've been wanting to, but I was pleasantly surprised at this thrift store. I found quite a bit. So this one is a Nike Dry Fit. It is a men's size large. I paid $4, and it is a quarter zip lightweight pullover. Really kind of like thin material. So you always want to look for branding on like basically all athletic wear pieces, but like they have lines like the Dry Fit. Sometimes it'll be right here, or sometimes it'll be like on the hem somewhere, or maybe on the sleeve. So I always look out for that, and then I do my comps based on that line. So Dry Fit, super lightweight. I paid $4. I made sure that the branding was there, and it's this heathered gray material. Pretty modern. I'm thinking, again, about $25 to $30 for this one. Another Nike piece. This one's also Dry Fit, size medium, men's. And this is the Live Strong, and it's got it on the waistband here too. I find that the Live Strong does pretty well. I found a hoodie and some stuff before in Nike, so I tend to gravitate towards it if I see these colors. So of course we've got the branding, we got the Nike check, and this one has a little bit of like color blocking on the sides, so you can see the black, and it's got some structure, still not really that tapered, maybe a little bit. And then it does have the ankle zips, so I'll make sure to put that in the title. On this one, I paid $4.50, and again, I'm thinking between $25 and $30. This is by Polo Ralph Lauren, size extra large. I paid up for this one. I paid $10. I haven't done comps on this yet, but I just know from my previous sales with Polo Ralph Lauren that this is a piece I've not come across before. And it's got the mixed like fleece with the polyester or nylon, whatever you want to call it. It's got the logo, which I think is important for Ralph Lauren as well. And it has a roll-away hood, so this actually rolls up, and then there's Velcro here to roll it in if you don't want to have the hood up. That's called a roll-away hood. So it's black, navy blue, great piece, great colors, great size, great condition. I paid $10 for it. Without doing comps, I really don't know, but I'm expecting, I think probably close to $40 at least, but I've got to do comps and hoping for more than that. This is another Nike Dry Fit men's sweatpants. This one's a size extra large, so really good sizing. These are just like a black stretchy sweatpant. Nothing really special going for it, but I find that like blacks and grays do really well as far as men's sweatpants go. And then of course I made sure to check for branding and that there were no cracks and everything's in great condition. It's got the pockets. I paid $5 for these, between $25 and $30. Now I'm sure that some of you might be thinking that spending $5 to sell it for $25 to $30 is not a huge return on investment, but what I'm going for with these pieces is I'm making sure to check their sell-through rate, and they're known to flip really quickly on eBay. So as long as I price competitively around where everybody else is pricing at, and I've got a good product that's in good condition, these are going to flip very quickly. So I'm not too concerned that I'm only, quadrupling my money. I like to have a bigger profit, but if you've watched any of my other videos, I'm also about the sell-through rate. So all of those activewear pieces, even though I paid $5, I'm selling for between $25 and $30. I would recommend you guys do that because they're classic pieces. You can find a lot of these in your thrift stores and you can flip them pretty quickly. Some more activewear. This one is by Adidas. A men's size extra large. I paid $5 for this one. And it is just a activewear full zip jacket. Classic black and white. It's got the stripes. I've really trained my eye that when I go down the activewear aisle to look for the 3 stripes, because Adidas sells pretty well. I mean, the sell-through rate is just crazy on eBay. It's also got the branding. Again, make sure you always check for that. Make sure there's not a ton of cracking. So this is in really great condition. Paid $5. I'm thinking closer to $30 for this. This was an interesting find. I found this in the boutique area of the store. So they have racks in the front where they put what they consider their more high-end stuff, which is funny because it's not usually stuff that I would pick up. So sometimes I don't even go to that section. But I went just because I had already gone through the rest of the store and I thought, oh, what the heck, I'm having such a good thrift haul. I'll go ahead and go through the final racks here. So I found this and I saw it hanging there and I first saw that it didn't have its tag, that the tag was cut out. So I was assuming that it was Lululemon. I felt it. It feels like Lululemon. It's really nice, thick quality. You can tell it's made really well. So I'm looking all over for this thing to see if I can find the Lululemon logo, which would usually be right about here or right about here. And I can't find it anywhere. There's no tags on the inside. So the only thing that I saw was this, and it's not Lululemon. So I saw this. So I looked up MV, VM, MA, VM, I started doing a Google search. So come to find out, I think it's spelled VIMMIA. If I'm wrong about that, I'll put it right here on the screen. So I found out what this brand was and I looked up the logo and basically cross-referenced to double check that this was what this was. And I'll show you guys one more time. So because it just felt like such quality, I did a little bit of research and I went on their website and their stuff sells for Lululemon prices. So you guys should go check them out. If you've never heard of them, this was my first time hearing of them, but they're more of a luxury activewear line, kind of like Lululemon. And their stuff feels awesome and looks awesome. And I don't know if they're just not that popular yet and they're up and coming, or if this is just the first time I've heard of them and they're already popular. But I looked them up on eBay and there's not a whole lot listed, not a whole lot sold. I did the same thing on Poshmark. They seem to be more popular on Poshmark. But I went ahead and picked this up because nobody knew what it was. I think they priced it $10, so I got it for $5 because it was half off day. And this is just a full zip activewear jacket. It's It's got like some layers to it. Again, it just feels like really good quality. It's got a mesh back detail. And I don't know what I'm going to list this for. I'm going to try and figure out what the style name is for this. But the ones I saw on their website that were, you know, brand new from the website were going for between like $150 to $200. So I think I'm going to put this guy around like, I don't know, maybe around like $70, $75. Put best offers on and see how it goes. But yeah, I was excited to learn about this brand. So if you've never heard of them, I would say definitely look them up and give them a shot if you come across them. If I can remember if and when that jacket sells, I will update you guys on a video and just kind of like let you know how that went, because I'm excited about that brand. If it turns out to be really good, it's something that I'm going to look out for, and I think that they're very comparable to Lululemon. Some more activewear. I found these women's Under Armour pants, and the tag is cut out, but it does have branding on it, so I knew what it was. So we got the branding here and the branding on the back. These are a women's like boot cut flare leg yoga pant. It's got a little bit of color blocking detail here. I only paid $3.50 for this, and I'm gonna sell it between $25 and $30. Stay away from the jackets, guys. I know we're moving towards spring, but like somebody asked on one of the Facebook groups that I'm on, just out of curiosity, if clothing resellers could only sell one type of clothing, what they would sell. And my answer was jackets, because I just absolutely love outerwear. For whatever reason, I've just really fallen in love with the knowledge of activewear, and I'm really good at it. And I know the brands that sell, I know the types of things that sell and the qualities that I'm looking for. And so I just absolutely love jackets, and I'm sad that we're moving out of the jacket season. But I did pick up more jackets. I can't stay out of that section. So this is by Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a size medium. I paid $6.50 for it. I believe this is a women's jacket, just because of like its fitted cut. And it's a really interesting jacket. It's like a military style black. It's got the full zip and the snap buttons. Pretty blank on the back. I find it really interesting. It's got like these vents where the pits are. I gotta figure out what that's called, but I don't know. It just has a lot of details to it. And then it's also belted, and it came with the belt. So it's like a really nice complete jacket. I don't know what I'm going to list it for. I got to do more research, but I'm thinking without doing comps, I'm at least going to get like $40 for this, probably more. But I don't know. It was just too unique to pass up. This is not a brand that I regularly pick up, but it just was too good of a style to pass up. This is by Gap, which I'm sure you guys have seen a Gap tag before. This is a women's size medium, and it is a gorgeous, thick, women's long, like, duster cardigan. And it's got the toggle. Pretty, like, blue, white, like, nautical vibe duster cardigan. And it just feels like quality. It's 100% cotton. So what I did is I comped Gap toggle cardigan. That way I could find like a style very similar to this. And they are doing very well on eBay. I can't remember what, as far as what I was going to list this for. I'm thinking probably around $30 to $35, and I paid $4. It's going to be a long haul video. I can feel it. Maybe I should break it into two parts. I think I'm going to try to get through it and just do it all in one. I just got to stop talking. So this is by Eileen Fisher. I love picking up Eileen Fisher. I know a lot of people are getting skeptical about which pieces they pick up, but for me, it sells very well. This is a size extra small. And with that in mind, this seems to be like supposed to be more of an oversized fit. And I still haven't quite figured out where these snap buttons are supposed to go, but it is like an oversized green rain jacket. It's got some interesting details on it. I need to like look up the style. I need to steam it too. You can see there's a lot of wrinkles on it. But I don't even know what I'm gonna ask for this. I need to figure out what style name is first, and like, see, there's like stuff inside of the collar. I've got to figure out how it all fits together. So I'm gonna look that up. I paid $4 for it. I'm thinking that because it's such an interesting, unique, like oversized piece, typically that does better for me than like the other basic pieces that I get, and I can usually get more money for it. I don't know what to expect, but I'm thinking that this is going to go for quite a bit, but I will have to do more research. Okay, so this next one is by the North Face. I have seriously gone through like 10 sheets of a lint roller already and can still not get all the hair off of this. So I'm going to run it through the washer, and then hopefully the dryer will pick some of that up. But other than all of what I'm assuming is cat hair, maybe dog hair, some kind of pet hair is like all over this thing. Other than that, it's in really excellent condition. It doesn't smell or anything. It's just riddled with a bunch of hair. This is a women's North Face size small Denali jacket, which are the ones I like to pick up, which is why I am dealing with having to clean this thing. It's just a black full zip Denali jacket. So I look for the ones with the different material along the chest here. That's a good indicator that it's a Denali jacket. You can also search the style number on the inside, but that's what they look like. Got the branding here. Again, in like really excellent condition other than all of the freaking hair. So I'm going to give this a wash. Probably have to lint roll it like 20 more times and clean it up, but usually I can sell the Denalis for around $45, and I paid $5 for this, and I think they priced it so low because of all the hair that they couldn't get off, but I'm willing to do the work for $45, so I'm going to throw this in the washer. This next one is 100% wool. This is a Woolrich women's sweater, size medium, and if you didn't know, this is called boiled wool. So I'll be sure to put that in my title. I have done really well with boiled wool pieces this season. So I keep an eye out for recognizable brands that are well known for wool. Woolrich is definitely one of those brands for me. And I should have buttoned it up for you guys, but it is a women's like beige wool sweater coat kind of thing. And I liked it because it's got some interesting floral detail at the bottom. And then typically these have some like different kind of ornate buttons too. Kind of a simple button on this, but nonetheless that style that's really popular right now. So I paid $5 without doing comps on like specific Woolrich ones. Pieces like this typically go for me for around $40 to $45. Another denim jacket. This one is by Levi's. And this is the first time I have seen this. But this says type 1, which I was just learning about like different Levi's labels and stuff, and I was reading about like type 1 and the other different types. So I was interested when I came upon this because I saw the type 1 on the tag. I paid $6.50 for it. This is a women's jacket, I believe. Hold on. Size medium. It's called the Iconic jacket. Actually, I think this is men's. It's a little big for a medium. I think this is men's. On the tag, it says the Iconic jacket, which I didn't know before, so I will search that specific comp. But I was just looking at type 1 jackets before. Some of the more like trucker looking ones, like this one, were going for more than the more basic pieces. I didn't see any like this that have the like pointed like details. Like this has pointed flat pockets, so I need to do more research on that, and I also need to search Iconic jacket because I didn't see that before. But without doing comps on that, I was planning on listing this for around $40 to $45, maybe more based on the style name, but we will see. I picked this one up just because I fell in love with the colors and the pattern. There's no tag inside of it anywhere, so I don't know who made it, but it feels like a thick quality sweater. Western, like print, geometric, really beautiful, vibrant colors, kind of boxy. And because the sleeves are so short, I'm going to list this as a women's oversized sweater, which I think it is. And typically I can get around $30 for these, so I picked it up. I knew that it would also photograph well, so I don't know, I just fell in love with that. This was only, because it was unbranded, they only had it for $1.99, so I paid $1 for it. I'm thinking again about $30, $35 for this. Another activewear piece, no brand tag on the inside, but it felt like a quality piece. So I checked to see if it was Lululemon, and it was. So here is the Lululemon dot. This looks like it is a men's hoodie, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll have to go on to Lulu Fanatics. Don't know the size either, so we will have to see about that. But at first glance, it looks like a men's hoodie. And it's kind of got like that heathered gray look. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the hood. So I'm not sure what this is called, and Lululemon is pretty, like, based on what style it is, they have pretty specific pricing for pre-owned items. So without knowing the style, I can't price this exactly. But after I look up the style, I will price accordingly. Right now, I'm thinking probably like at least $30. I paid $4 for this one. This is another North Face. This is a women's size medium. It's crazy, like some of the North Face stuff that my thrift store has, they'll price it like $30, and then others they'll price as low as this one. So this one they priced at $2.99, so I got it for $1.50. I left behind a lot of North Face because of their pricing, but I figured, oh, that's why it's priced so low. I just realized there's like a chunk taken out of the collar here. I'll still list it. We'll see how it does. But this is a fleece pullover. I've never seen this style before, so I'm going to do research as to what the style name is, but it's got like that anorak look to it. So like a half zip. It's got the branding on the bottom. It's an interesting color. So I don't know what I'm going to price it at now because I just saw this, but worst comes to worst, I'm thinking I'll at least get $20, $25 for this, even with the flaw, but I'll do more research on the style name. This was an interesting find. So this is by Land's End, which I wouldn't recommend you pick up on a daily basis, but I remember seeing when I was like researching higher end jackets that had sold on eBay to like get ready to source, I remember seeing the Land's End Squall jackets. So when I saw this, I looked it up again to make sure that it still was a popular jacket, and it is. So this is a women's size, I think it's women's size small. Interesting color. It's a purple, and I think it has, or it was supposed to have like a, yeah, no, it does have a rollaway hood. So there's a hood tucked inside of here. Full zip, and it has Velcro, and it's like a long full-length jacket, plain on the back. So the reason that these are so popular is because they are filled with duck down, and they're also supposed to be like a water resistant, waterproof outside material. So people love the squall jackets. Now, I did notice when I was doing comps the jacket was open and I saw writing and I thought, oh no, it's somebody's name. But it says sample on it. And I didn't see any colors like this listed or sold on eBay. So that's why, because it's a sample. So I don't think that this color ever went to production. I don't know if I'm going to get more or less because it's a sample. I'm thinking more because I think it's a more desirable color that, you know, not a lot of people have or that nobody has. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to list this for, but I'm going to aim high and accept offers. Thinking I'm probably going to list this at like 75 and accept offers. And I paid for this jacket, I paid $10 for it. Got some more North Face. I was hitting the jackpot this day. This is a women's size small. They had this price at $20. I got it for $10. The reason I paid up for it is because I searched the style name on the inside, which for the life of me, I can't remember what it is now. But I do know that this is like it's supposed to be like a waterproof rain jacket kind of thing. It's insulated. These were going close to 100 on eBay. Not quite 100, I think a little less than that. But because I saw it was doing so well and there were very few listed, but you know, as many listed had sold, that tells me it's a more rare, desirable jacket. So definitely picked it up for $10. I think this is in like really, really excellent condition. It does have the branding on the chest. Everything looks good on the inside. I've got to do more research on this particular color, but I am going to list this higher, probably around $70, $75. This was a really cool find. I've never found this brand before. So this is called Lamb, L-A-M-B. And I remembered that this was a line by Gwen Stefani. And so I looked it up. Her stuff, oh my gosh, this stuff is priced like really high. I looked it up on eBay and there wasn't very many listed or that had sold, but the few that had sold, sold with Gwen Stefani in the title. So I'm going to have to make sure to put that in my title. And some of them sold for over 200. Some of them sold for, you know, less than 50. So I'm going to have to do more research, but I'm excited that I did find this. And because I paid so little, I paid $250. It is like an asymmetrical plaid. This is 100% lamb's wool jacket. Pretty colors. It's like a bomber style. It's got a full zip, and then it's got these leather buttons. I should have had a button for you guys, but this is what the buttons look like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm honestly thinking that at least 100. Probably gonna list this somewhere between 100 and 200, but I'll do more research on the style and see if anyone has sold a jacket like this before. I learned about the brand in another reseller's video a long time ago, so I'm telling you guys now. This jacket reminded me of like or not a jacket. This was in the jackets. They mix all the vests in the jackets. Typically, I don't like picking up vests, but this vest reminded me of a Woolrich vest, which I have sold Woolrich vests in the past. And they do pretty well. This is not Woolrich, but it gave me those vibes. So it feels quality made. You can tell it's wool. It says Brown's Beach Jacket, which obviously this isn't a jacket, it's a vest. So I'm looking up those words on eBay and I see this specific vest pop up in the solds. These are selling for like over $200. There's not a lot listed, not a lot sold, but apparently this is from like the 1950s time. Yeah, I was excited to find this. I figured I only paid $2 for it, so I figured at $2 it was worth the risk. So I'll probably list this for about $200. The ones I saw of this exact vest were over $200. They were about $250. This one has a little bit of a flaw, so that's why I'm going to list it for lower. The flaw is right here on this bottom pocket. It has some wear right here. But again, $2 investment to possibly make a couple hundred. I figured I couldn't go wrong with that. this is the last item. Thanks for hanging in with me if you've hung in this long. So this I was really pleased to find. I recognized it. You might have seen some of my other videos. I pick up some First Ascent stuff, but I usually pick up the fleece jackets or pullovers. So First Ascent is by Eddie Bauer, and I don't think that my thrift store knew that, even though it's on the collar back here. So whenever I find First Ascent stuff, if it's cheap, I usually pick it up. The fleece ones I'm picking up for like $5 and flipping for like 25 or 30 bucks, but they move pretty quickly. So when I saw this, I knew that had to be good because I come across First Ascent a lot, but I've never come across a packable down jacket. So I checked to make sure that it was down, and it is, and it's lightweight packable. Like these are the ones that you can smush and travel with. They had it priced at $14.99, so I got it for $7.50. And this is in really awesome condition. The ones I saw in the black ribbed jackets were going for like between 50 and 60, so that's about probably what I'm going to list mine for. And they had a really awesome sell-through rate. So if you guys come across this, you know I like picking up packable down jackets anyway, so I would have comped this even seeing it, not knowing what First Ascent was. But if you do come across First Ascent in the down packable jackets, definitely pick them up. Even if you pay a little bit up for them, I'd be willing to pay, you know, like up to $10, $15 for it because I know it's going to flip quickly. But I only had to pay $7.50 for this one, and again, I'm thinking between $50 and $60. All right, guys, that is it for my thrift trip. I say that's it, but that was a pretty long thrift haul. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you did, let me know in the comments below some of the things that you're picking up. Do you guys stop sourcing jackets at a certain point? Because I'm really trying to, but like I said, I just absolutely love jackets. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.